Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Thank you, Ms. Ruke, and thank you to Crescent and my friends. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so any presenter will have a nightmare presenting in the afternoon, especially towards the end of the program for the day. So I will try to get this presentation in a rapid fire fast. I try my best. So I'm Dr. Zul from Malaysia. I'm a psychiatrist. So I'm also a president in Green Crescent Malaysia. Alhamdulillah. First few slides, I'll have to bore you with the statistics as usual. So this is Malaysia. People would know Malaysia by its KLCC and also Mahathir. Although Mahathir was like 2 or 3 prime ministers ago. So Green Crescent, to us, we have to latch on, we have to engage very close with the government body, which in Malaysia case is the National Anti-Drug Agency. So this is a well-funded government agency. So we have to be friends with them and always join and engage with their programs. So this is basically our first engagement efforts. First with National Anti-Drug Agencies. I did not include here, we do engage with other big, more established non-governmental organizations fighting against addictions. So basically Green Crescent Malaysia was not the first one. Perhaps it was like the 20th or the 30th organization fighting against addiction. Okay, so this is the director. This is the director of National Anti-Drug Agencies. Okay, I'm sorry, I did not translate into English or Turkish. This is Malay. Statistics on types of drugs in Malaysia. Very short. 2010, 2016. Opiate-based, methamphetamine, and ganja. Okay, I would like to highlight opiate still high, all year round, 2010, 2016. But what worries us is methamphetamine. The trend is increasing. I guess this is happening in most countries. So heroin is still a problem, but now we have more problems, methamphetamine, and also amphetamine-like stimulants. Okay, this is the addicts according to the academic qualification. To cut it short, 70% of addicts did not complete their secondary school. I guess this is all, the statistics look familiar in other countries as well. Okay, statistics sebab guna darah, the reason people use drugs. 60% peer pressure. That's it, peer pressure. So I guess something has to be done on the primary prevention or secondary prevention on how the youth, the young people interact with each other, what are their interests. This is where we should focus on. Exactly what Green Crescent, Turkish Green Crescent has been advocating all along, right? So this is the news. Actually, statistically, there were 130,000 addicts in Malaysia. Bear in mind, with 30 million of population, this sounds very small, right? 130,000 out of 30 million, wow, Malaysia is very good. No, exactly, this is just a cross-sectional number of heroin addicts. The statistic did not include amphetamine, ganja, kratom or ketum, and the rest. So this only heroin addicts. So we do have border, international issues, border, when there was smuggling of drugs. Just as I mentioned, amphetamine-like stimulants is on the increasing trend. Now, this morning, I think probably this morning, one of the speakers told us that sometimes the drugs can be illegal but it's still easily available. Just like ganja in Malaysia, recently, last month, one person was caught because for the past few years, he has been selling ganja, marijuana, through social media. And he was even called Dr. Ganja. He was not a medical doctor, by the way, but he was advocating of treating various illnesses with marijuana. So they can justify many things. Ganja can, most of the time, the justification is the pain relieving ability of the ganja. So pain relieving. So cancer, late stage cancer patients would love to have ganja because of the euphoric effect or the pain relieving effect. So easily available. The whole Malaysia was surprised that this guy was selling ganja for the past few years through social media. Ketum. We share this problem with our neighbors, Thailand, Myanmar. Some people call it kratom. So this is something like ganja. It's a traditional herbs, easily available, especially at northern Malaysia. This is another issue. Some of the politicians was trying to call for vast cultivation of kratom. They said they can be export for certain medical use. But again, it was not based on any medical evidence because we know kratom have its problem in terms of addiction and abuse. Okay, internet addiction. If you can see just now, the statistics only include the substance. We have very shortage on information and data on behavioral addiction, especially the technological or internet addiction. As we discussed with Dr. Mehmet Ding just now, we still have problems in terms of defining and to understand philosophically what constitutes internet addiction, because we know internet is very important. We cannot prevent our child from going to learn internet because it is one component, important component of literacy. So, internet addiction, with internet addiction comes pornographic addiction. Although in psychiatric and psychological field, we do not have this term as a proper disorder. But we are finding more and more children and youth who are being hooked up with this pornography. And it is easily available. So the Green Crescent Malaysia, this registered last year, 11 May. The same people here, the same people there in Malaysia, Green Crescent. Only 28 registered members. We are so small. That's why our activities, we always join other bigger association just to get the visibility of the Green Crescent. For example, we do Running Man. If you guys know about the game show in Korea, Running Man. So we try to do some Green Crescent version of Running Man. And cycling against addiction, and of course, developing training module for volunteers, which we collaborate closely with the National Drug Agency just now. So a lot of pictures. It seems that we have a lot of activities, right? But actually, this is just one activity with different pictures. Okay. Okay, this is different activities. Dr. Hadijah had given talk to a primary school. So hopefully, inshallah, with the help, monetary help from the Turkish Green Crescent, we can go beyond with more schools, universities, to do a similar project, training module, training for trainers, and peer teaching the youth how to resist peer pressure, to learn more about the addiction, especially the new addiction like amphetamine and internet addiction. Yeah, that's the end of my presentation. Tabarakallah. Assalamualaikum. Thank you for your attention.